to show you how you can do that. Alright, so I'm going to go on Pro Tools. And this is one of the biggest problems that I think a lot of people have with Pro Tools. It's not necessarily having a slow computer, it's just how you mess with your settings and stuff you do. So I'm going to click the record enable, and I'm going to let it record. See how long it goes for. And I already have this error message, and I'm going to zoom in on it. This is the most common problem with Pro Tools by far. And I get this all the time. So I'm going to click OK, even though I'm not okay with it. So I'm going to go to Setup, and you're going to go to Playback Engine. And here you have your sample rate. That's what they want you to change. They want you to increase it. And even though I do, it doesn't always like fix the error. Also, your processors over here, I have 2, and they say changing that processor from 2 to 1 can really make a difference, but I don't have the ability to, so I will never find out. And there's your RTAS engine, and I always click check, because if it does, it says ignore errors during playback and recording, but I have to ignore the errors sometimes. And here's your usage limit for your CPU, and they recommend 85, but I keep it on 90. Then you have your playback over here, and I have it on minimum, and it reduces the amount of memory that's used, but it doesn't help me that much. But that's pretty much it for your Pro Tools settings to help speed it up. Now here's some things outside of Pro Tools you can do that'll help. It's mostly if you have like Vista. Vista is a huge graphic interface, and it takes up a lot of memory. So to fix that, you can right click and click personalize, and go to your theme and change it from whatever you have Vista, and go to Windows Classic. And even though it doesn't look the best, you click OK, and it's got to change the entire theme. And once it's done, it will look like, well, it looks kind of boring, but it basically just has a blue background and everything else is gray. And this is what it'll look like, basically. And some other things on it will change, but it does help speed up Pro Tools a lot. The only other 2 things I recommend are turning off your internet or turning off your security. As long as you're not going on, because if you're not going on the internet, you won't need security anyway. And internet, if you have like file sharing, it can interrupt sometimes. And for security, it can send you like messages telling you there's security updates, and turn Windows updates off too. That'll slow it down. It'll definitely slow down your computer. And this is something I have. It's called Object Dock. And since I have a PC, it makes it look like a Mac dock. If you exit out of that, it'll help speed it up too. So basically your computer will be stripped down to nothing graphic wise, just so you can run Pro Tools. And yes, I do get that desperate, and I do need to change all these things sometimes to use Pro Tools, but you need to do what you need to do if you want to use Pro Tools. Either just buy a better computer, faster computer. But if that doesn't work, go to your programs and features and just delete the stuff you don't need. Just try to find stuff. And that's how you can speed up Pro Tools.